Welcome to Small Business Saturday.
Welcome to Small Business Saturdays video series with your host and my husband.
And my dad, Aaron Montgomery.
Join the conversation.
Let's talk some business.
Good morning, everybody. Just got a few too many things in front of me here. I was trying to do something, and for some reason, I cannot get this part to turn off. So hold on 1 second. Oh, we're going to have some. Okay. That's off. That's off. That's off. All right. We'll see how this goes. I'll get to that in 1 second. So, all right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Interesting way to start. Kevin, can you take this for a second and just have that over there out of the way for a moment? I'll grab that in a second. All right. Can you bury it under something, or I couldn't figure out how to get it to turn off. I turned the volume off and it's still not. Anyhow, got my phone set up for a mobile view for something I want to show you in a second, but it's giving me feedback. So if you guys are hearing that, I apologize. Let's check in with everybody. My name is Aaron Montgomery, and you can find me over at aaronmontgomery.info or at oursuccessgroup.com. Pop that right up there. Let's see here. Todd, good morning. Good morning. And Martha, thank you for checking in. And Sandy and Maria. And how'd you guys do with the storm last night? Did we get much of a storm here last night? We did a little bit. All right. So Kylene's working on some stuff over there for We Heart Biz across the way. So that's who I'm talking to over in the background, but she is not camera ready this morning. So Tanya, good morning. And Wade, good morning. Thank you guys so much for joining us. So yeah, Todd, we didn't get too much of a storm. We had some pretty good hail the night before, and that woke up everybody. I was up in the middle of the night working on stuff. So I was like, that's pretty loud. And I didn't even realize it was hail. So Kelly, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, guys. So today we are going to start, we're going to be talking about business clarity and making sure that we have clarity, that we're, one of the success principles from the Jack Canfield Success Principles book is to be clear why you're here. And we want to do that in our businesses as well. So Chuck, good morning. And Ruth, good morning. And Kylene Ruth says, good morning, Montgomery. So good morning. Good morning. Again, appreciate you guys checking in. We moved it an hour later so we can hopefully get a few more people in. I know 7 o'clock Central Time was really early over on the West Coast. So hopefully 9 o'clock on the East Coast is not too late for everybody. So we're going to try 8 o'clock here for a little bit longer. Get me 1 extra hour of sleep, which I could use right now. Just lots of stuff going on. And so sleep is at a premium right now. And to stay healthy, we need that. So, all right. So where was I at? I was talking about business clarity. So we need to have some clarity here. So the first thing I want to do is make sure that we've all got good energy here. You know, if you haven't had your coffee yet, cheers. Let's have a quick sip. Terry, good morning. Thank you for joining us. So first thing, let's get a little energy here. So make sure I'm not rolling over my dog here. I'm gonna step back. I want you guys to stand up with me and see if I can stay in frame here. So we're gonna stand up. I'm not gonna stay in frame very well, so I will move the chair. All right. So here's what we want to do. I want you guys to just get a little energy. This will get our brains working. So let's start shaking our hands a little bit. Let's bounce just a little bit. Maybe take a couple deep breaths and be ready to go. So we got our morning calisthenics here. I don't know. Let's do this for about a minute or so. So I'll let you guys do that. I've already been up and moving. If you guys have already been up and moving, you guys can just enjoy a little bit of coffee. Let's get the energy flowing here first, because part of clarity is really connecting the subconscious, the inside of our brain. I'm not sure the exact terms there, but basically connecting the vision part of our brain with the auditory language, written word part of our brain. And by having some good energy flowing and by, heart rate's up a little bit, not you can get a sweat if you want to do that, but, just want you to get a little energy. So are we all feeling energized and ready to go here? Yeah. All right. So next part, I want to ask you guys who here. Oh, Michelle, good morning. Sorry, I didn't want to miss Michelle. Thank you guys for joining us. All right. So I the first part here is I've got a question for y'all. Who here has a very specific written goal for their business? Now, the second part of that, who here has it written down somewhere that they see it every single day, at least once, if not multiple times a day? So I'll wait for you guys to do that. While I'm doing that, Kylie, can I borrow my phone back? See if we'll see how this goes. But all right. So I'm gonna try to get. I don't know why this thing won't. All right, we're gonna try to keep the feedback from happening, but I am going to show you what I'm seeing in front of me right now. And if you guys have your written goal, very specific goal, I encourage you to put it in the comments right now. Sarah, good morning. Thank you for joining us. And Maria says, I'm working on it. That is perfect. That act of working on it is also extremely important. All right, so here comes mine. And again, bear with any feedback. Okay, actually, that's might be better. All right, so here's what I'm seeing in front of me right now. And I'll just show you the whole thing there. All right, but what I want you guys to see is there's my goal. My wall with the paint missing. That's funny. My goal, I am happy and grateful that I am helping 1,000 businesses achieve their idea of success through a goal of 100K in sales by December 31st, 2020 at 5 p.m. Central Time. All right, so I'm going to turn this off so we stop the feedback. All right, so Sandy says, I have written it down, but not visible every day. Okay, so there's your next step, Sandy. Go ahead and get that sheet there. That's something I kind of threw together that has a lot of things that mean a lot to me. I have a picture of my family in there, our Success Group logo, the E plus R equals O formula up there. My strengths are up there and words that mean things to me and things like that. So, and a really cool piece that actually Todd printed for me. So if you guys need something like that done, just reach out to Todd. He can get that printed for you. Again, get it somewhere. It doesn't have to be what I've got there. It can be anything, it could be written on a whiteboard or something like that. It can be written on a big piece of paper that you are able to put, bathroom mirror. If you've got a home office space, that's what I love my home office space, because as I'm sitting here, as I get stuck or as things are not going well, I can just kind of sit back and just look at all this stuff and go, okay, I'm clear why I'm here. So Michelle has hers, make money while staying morally right and happy. Will, thank you. Yeah. And Will, that's a really good point too, that he says, love the specificity of it. And that is a really good point. So like Michelle, I would want to take yours and do a little bit more with it. So let's go there real quick. I love what you've got there. And there's some really key points in this. This is huge and I love the goal, but here's the changes I would make, the changes I would make for me, and you've got to do what's right for you. But I think when you can find that ability to be very specific about it, it allows for more clarity. And that's what we're talking about here today is that clarity. So if you are, looking to make money, well, if you make $1, that's making money. So maybe it's enough money to pay the bills, but get more specific with that. How much money do you need to pay the bills? So making X amount of dollars by certain time or each month, and then staying morally right. Get more specific about what that means. And happy, again, happy can mean a lot of things to a lot of different people. Now you're going to know what happy is for you, but the more clear we can get with these things, the more ability it allows for our brains to be able to visually see those things in our subconscious, in those times where we just had a really bad day, So let's see here. Sarah says, I have it at my store, but haven't brought anything home. Definitely need to change that ASAP. There you go, Sarah. And you don't have to print out something new. You don't have to, if we've all moved home for right now or whatever, we've had to move, I work in a couple of different locations. So I have that there on my wall for when I'm working here at home. I also have it in the front of my notebook. In fact, I got my Fat Dad sticker on there too. I've got it written down there. I have it on a wall there at my other office. So, the more places you can write it down and be able to see it, the better, actually. So I know people that write theirs on a note card and put it in their wallet. And every time they dig into their wallet, it's right there. And so they might not read it, but they know exactly what that is. And their brain remembers what their goal is. So that's the first part of business clarity. Let's get a goal and have a very specific written goal. If anybody else has goals that they want to share, that's the next step of it, is sharing that goal with other people. Because once you do that, that makes it real. Two things happen. A, now you're going to hold yourself accountable to it because you've told other people outside of just your wife, or, for me, my wife, or telling my dog, my dog's not going to hold me accountable. She's just going to give me licks and kisses. When I'm telling people outside of my comfort zone, meaning other people that are friends, acquaintances, people that I can trust, but people that I know that I'm going to have to answer to. So that's the first part. Make sure that you're telling other people about it. And then I totally just lost my train of thought there. Yeah. So that's the first part, is you get some accountability. The other part about telling people is that makes it real in your brain. Meaning, so for example, I've been kicking around the idea of doing it. It was just kind of, yeah, it seems interesting, but I never took the time to actually write down a goal. And even after I wrote down a goal, it was still kind of like, okay, that's a lot of work. And I don't know, I had imposter syndrome and the whole gamut of emotions came flooding through. So what made it real was the fact that I said it publicly in a space like this or whatever, said it out loud. And to say it out loud in my brain, it's like, okay, now this is real. Now I have to figure out what the action steps are. Because what happens most of the time is we don't know exactly what the action steps are. And when we don't know what those action steps are, if we don't know how to get to that goal, it stops us because we think we have to know the action steps. But it's actually the opposite of that. You need to figure out what that place that you're aiming for is. You don't have to see all the steps there. All you have to do is see that very next step, that very next little thing that you need to do. There we go. Michelle, this is great. This is awesome. Perfect. Make enough money to continue my lifestyle now and for retirement, staying morally right without losing my stuff. Thank you, Michelle. Because this becomes a podcast, it's not that I'm too prissy. I think that's perfect. And make it as creative and colorful and own it. And I love it. That is so, boom, high five. I love that. And here we go. Make $250K per year. Boom. Good. See, those are very specific. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. You guys are awesome. Cool. All right. So we're going to share it. We are going to make it real. We are going to allow our brains to be okay, not knowing what all of the action steps are. Because again, all you have to know is what the next step is. It's kind of like going up a staircase in the dark. You see that first step, and thank you, Sandy. Yes, I certainly can. Like I said, I just convert this to a podcast, and Apple doesn't like that. So then I'd have to edit it. All right. Mira says, getting back to my embroidery, 100%. Awesome. And Sarah, love that. Okay, cool. So there we go. So there's the first part of it, to find some clarity is get that goal written down. That goal actually comes from your why. And we're going to talk a lot about this, especially coming up into the business planning section when we start hitting that in late April, May in our 5 Keys series. But if these things are a bit murky right now for you, that's totally okay. But here's why it's important to work on those things, because when things are challenging, and let's all be honest, things are challenging right now. You can't avoid it. You can't avoid the news. You can't avoid, where most of us are in a place where we're a shelter in place kind of order and all that kind of fun stuff. So you can't avoid the difficulty, and that's okay. We need to embrace that difficulty and take on that challenge. But if you have a real clear goal, you have a real clear understanding of why you're here. Again, like I said, the principle from Jack Canfield's book is be clear why you're here. Is that clarity makes overcoming those difficulties easier, because you can focus on the reason that you're here, the why, your goal, the future, and understanding and not letting yourself get derailed by that event that's happening to you right now. So one of the things that I've read is the folks dealing with the internment camps during the Nazi situation, the Jewish folks, that many of the ones that survived and were able to live through that have said that they had that clear goal, that clear vision about what their future was going to be. They had something to hold on to. They chose to make the best out of a really horrible situation. And so we need, I'm not saying that we're at that point. What I'm saying is that clarity, that ability to see beyond what's happening to you right now is really important. So here's the challenge for you. If that seems a little bit murky to you, I want you to spend at least 1 hour today. And it could be tomorrow, but let's shoot for today, so you can kind of allow for Sunday for some free time there. But let's spend 1 hour today just sitting down with a piece of paper, notepad, computer, whatever your preferred note-taking method of choice is, and start writing down exactly why you're in business. Also write down exactly what your purpose in life is. What are your strengths? Think about the things, and we're going to get to a couple of things here that you can do within your business. But as a person, what are the things that you love to do? If you write down all the things you love to do, your purpose is in there somewhere, because we're directly aligned to the things that we love to do. So again, I don't have like a specific project necessarily. I just want you to spend 1 hour working on the why for either yourself and or your business, because they're probably both right in that same ballpark. And the reason why I want you to spend 1 hour and I have a note-taking thing in front of you is because that process of getting the thoughts in your head out into either written or spoken language actually allows for more clarity. That transfer from one part of our brain to the next is one of those things that allows for more clarity. And so that's why when you write things down, i.e. business planning or getting clear and finding your niche and all of these things, that's why when you write it down, it's so much better. It's so much easier for you. So it's one thing to be able to kind of like, okay, I know what it is. I could probably say it if I could probably say it if somebody asked me, but it's going to be different every time. It's going to be like, I'm going to trip over it. So take that time to write it down. All right. So that's the next step here. Let's see. Will says some Simon Sinek principles here. Good stuff, Aaron. Yep. Another one of my favorites. I've definitely read all of his books as well. So some good stuff there. Thank you, Will. All right. So we've talked about that. We talked about getting clear about why we're here. The next thing I want you guys to do, and this can maybe fall into that whole hour, maybe you give yourself another half hour or something like that. But this part, and if you guys maybe want to start shooting some of these off right now for me too, that can be, and here's your written opportunity, and you're getting to share it with the world. I want you guys to make a list of at least 5, 10, maybe 20, whatever you can get to, but minimum of 5. And you can get 5. I know you can get 5. 5 to 10 things, more if you want, that you love about your business. Okay. And it can be anything. There is no right or wrong answers here. This is specific to you, the things that you love about your business. Okay. Some examples would be, and again, you guys start writing these things in there right now. All right. You start making your list from here, and you can copy and paste that over to your list that you're going to keep for yourself, because I also want you to take this list and post it somewhere just right by your goal. And I want you to post it there. In fact, that's what I'm going to do after this. I haven't actually written this down, so this is a really cool experience for all of us. And I'm going to post it right over here by my goals. I love this stuff. My wife hates it, but I love this stuff. And let's see. Magic board. It might be a little hard to get off of Amazon right now, because I doubt it's an essential item, but you can probably find it somewhere else. It's basically just a big whiteboard sticker, and I pretty much have most of my walls. You can kind of see some of it back here, covered with it. So doing some of that stuff. So here we go. So I want you to, there we go. We've got them coming in already. Sandy, thank you very much. Things you love about your business. Could be things like creativity, ability to help people, working with schools, working with other small businesses, the ability to control my own destiny. Sandy says, I love glitter. There you go. Glitter, glitter, glitter. Put that up there. I love glitter. So every time you look up at that, you think about the sparkle, you think about the shine, you think about that thing. I love meeting and helping people. So there's 2 more, Sandy. See? So Mayra says, I love embroidery. So the craft of embroidery, that's perfect. So keep that stuff coming. So so that's the next exercise in getting some business clarity. Surprise, surprise, we carry that too. I have to add it to the site next week. the whiteboard. Oh, see, so Todd, can you print that for me? Oh my God. I could start a whole new business with this. I didn't even think about that. Love to see my client's face when product is done. So Mayra, that could be, and you'll find what's exactly right for you, the right words for you, but take that and turn that into some emotion. All right. So one of the things that I didn't mention here in this exercise is those things that you love about your business. Make sure it connects with an emotion. So Sandy, with the I love glitter, maybe find a reason why you love glitter, that you'd love the sparkle, that the sparkle of glitter makes me smile or something like that. Mira, with the seeing your client's face when the product is done, it's creating smiles, creating memories, creating happiness, creating awe. My guess is there's some awe in them that you're like, ooh, ah, and that feeling of awe. Jeff says, creating your own hours, being your own boss. I love the idea that I exceed. It's because of my hard work. So that pride, Jeff, that freedom, the knowing that you can do it, so again, connect all these things with emotions. Those are perfect. You guys, man, boom, 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 high fives all around. Sandy says, I love that I can determine my destiny. Sure can. Sorry, Kylene. All right. Todd, what are the things that you love about your business? What are the things you love about our success group? How about that? There we go. We're going to write that down. All right, cool. So that's the next part. And then finally here, what I want to do, Maria says, love the creativity, being able to bring someone's ideas to reality. Love working with church and school fundraisers to reach their goals, meeting people, learning how I can help our community. Love that I can be able to volunteer and still come home and create. Terry says, creating something from start to finish. So that sense of accomplishment, that sense of getting something from nothing into something that's amazing. You guys are incredible. You got this. I love it. Every bit of this. I was hoping that this would be the case, that you guys have this. But like I said, now I want you guys to take this, and maybe some of you already have this written down, but this should be right there by your goal, something that you see every day, all the time. All right. So write all this stuff down. Catherine says, I love seeing people wear something I made. That's a hilarious, not hilarious, that is a wonderful love for what we do is seeing. And again, I think, Catherine, that comes back to some pride. So I have to tell the funny part is I have to tell a story about this. So when I first got into this industry, I worked with a company called US Screen Printing Institute. And the first product that I was a part of was a color separation software that we sold called Fast Films. And Fast Films had, we did a lot of demos, and so we would separate stuff and then we'd print it and all this other stuff. And there was and now I just totally spaced on what it was, but some sort of an animal that was a sample art file that we used to separate and show people how it worked. And then we'd show the print and all this other stuff. And to allow people to kind of see how it worked, we actually gave away that, and gosh, why can't I remember the animal? I want to say it's a koala, but it's a little murky right now. So this has been a while. So anyhow, the story goes, so we used to give this art file away with the color separation software. Well, we were over in Madrid, Spain at a trade show over there. We did shows all over the world. And we were over at Madrid, Spain doing a trade show over there. And before the show started, we were walking around and it was a little market kind of thing. It's a street market type deal. And as we were walking around, we came across a gentleman wearing a shirt that had that specific animal on it. It was that art file. So somebody had taken that art file. So there was 5 of us over there. We stopped the guy. The guy must have thought we were crazy. We stopped the guy. We had to get a picture with him. He didn't speak a whole lot of English. So he was totally just like, the picture's hilarious. He's kind of like, who are these people? We took a picture. I mean, and we didn't even make the shirt. And honestly, I think it was just some stock artwork, but it was something that we were so intimately familiar with that we made that connection with him. So it was really cool. So sorry to go off on a tangent there, but that is something, love people wearing something that I made. And again, it's that sense of pride, that creativity, that ownership, that I made that. I was able to make that thing happen. That's so cool. All right. Todd says, I love helping people set, work towards, and reach their goals. There you go. Awesome. Boom. High five, dude. All right. So there we go. So we've got that list. And then the next kind of part here, and I'm going to just kind of touch on this. We're not going to go as deep into this because this is actually something that we're going to continue to go deeper in. In fact, Tuesdays with Todd, he's going to talk a little bit more about some of this stuff. And then we're really going to get into the nuts and bolts of this at our success group in our Focusing Your Way to Success training that's coming up next Wednesday. But real business clarity beyond what we've gotten through here this morning is not what you sell. Remember, I've talked a lot about connecting the emotions and stuff like that, but it's not about what you sell. That's just a byproduct. Really, real business clarity is understanding why your customers buy. So it's not about what you sell, but instead why your customers buy. So that's the next thing to start thinking about and really getting clear on. Do you know why? Do you know exactly why? And if you think you know exactly why, but you haven't actually specifically asked your customers, not just a random conversation and you kind of work your way around this whole idea, but go specifically ask your customers, why do you buy from me? All right. So that's getting really clear on that will make everything else in your business so much easier, because it allows you to make the right decisions, because you make decisions as to why your customers buy from you. All right. So there we go. That's it in a nutshell. I'm going to kind of wrap it up here. If you guys have questions, go ahead and bring those in. I do want to encourage everybody to make sure that you are tuning in to Tuesdays with Todd, which is Tuesday night at 6 p.m. I believe that's when it's going to be. Todd, if that's changed, let me know. Todd, and if you want to maybe just share real quick what you're going to be talking about on Tuesdays, that would be great. But Todd's going to take this information that we've talked about here, this kind of business clarity and finding your focus and getting clear on things. And he's going to take that. I'm basically passing the baton to him here to do a little bit more. In fact, he's even got a little assessment that we put together that he'll be sharing with you on Tuesday night. And we may get that out there a little earlier. We'll see how that goes. And all of this is a perfect lead in to what we're going to be talking about on Wednesday night. So let me get that up here real quick, and we'll share that screen. And so here we go. On Wednesday night, we're going to be talking about focusing your way to success by finding your niche. Now, if you are already our Success Group member, boom, you've already got this. If you want to just get this training, you can do it right there at oursuccessgroup.com, or you can become a member. And we do have a couple of different membership opportunities. We have a monthly membership that's got an introductory price of $59.99 going until April 15th. Or if you want to sign up for the annual membership, it basically breaks down to $29.17 a month, but you pay that all one time annual purchase of $349.99. And that gets you everything that we're doing. So 5 keys, this training, all this other stuff. So if you got in, here's kind of our upcoming training classes. We have some of these. So lots of opportunities for you to get all that and be able to be part of our Success Group. And there we go. So that, again, back to that. I will close that off. I'm not here to sell you guys, but if you want to check that out. So Wednesday, that's what's happening, focusing your way to success by finding your niche. And we're going to get in. Good morning. I didn't know it was formal this morning. Lewis is here. He's got his tie on. He's ready to go to work. It's Saturday, dude.
I know.
I've got my t-shirt on. Actions speak louder. Good morning. How are you?
Good.
How'd you sleep?
Good.
All right, cool. All right, we're signing off, sir. So you want to just say bye to everybody? Bye. Awesome. Thank you, guys. If you have any questions or need anything, our Success Group, or success@oursuccessgroup.com. My email, and I will get that up there real quick, right up there. Aaron@montcoconsulting.com. So hit me up there. All right, we got another comment, so make sure I get to this. Todd says, here we go. Todd says, I think we're going to kick it back to 5 p.m. We are going to go over the shirt fundraiser we're doing and what, how, and why we are doing it. And weather time. All right. I'm confused. Sarah says, bye, Lewis and Aaron. Sarah, thanks for joining us this morning. Again, if you guys have any questions, want to talk about any of this stuff, want to shoot some of these by me, want to share this stuff with me so you make it real in your brain, hit me up. That's what I'm here for. That is my why, is to help you achieve your idea of success. So, we'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone there. You'll help me achieve my why, and you guys can be achieving your goal. So looking forward to working with you, and hopefully you guys all can also be a part of our Success Group. All right. Awesome. Have yourself a wonderful rest of your Saturday, and we will talk to you. Sunday will be Q&A with TNA, and so we're just keeping it going, trying to, between Todd and I and 2 regular guys, Terry, Eric, we're just trying to be out there more. We can't have those trade shows or face-to-faces and stuff like that. So we just want to give you guys an opportunity to commune I love it, Todd. Sorry, I missed missed the joke there. Yes, I saw Lewis and Ty and thought he was going to give us the weather report. Yeah, if you guys missed that, over on my personal Facebook page, Lewis, for a science project, actually delivered the weekend weather forecast. So, Lewis, any updates to that weather forecast? Let's see if he's got that. Sandy, you too. Stay healthy. Totally. Make sure you're washing your hands. In fact, one of the things I got to start doing is actually, I'm not a real big fan of lotion. I don't know. I just don't like the sensation of it, the feel of it, and sometimes the smell of it. But I need to start putting lotion on my hands because we're washing our hands so much that my hands are getting dry and cracky. So cracky, is that a word? Kylie, is that a word?
It is a word for me.
It is the word for her. All right. It worked. Awesome. All right, guys. I think that's it. I don't think Lewis has got an updated weather report as far as I can tell. He's not coming. He's not coming. Sorry. So you'll have to go over to my Facebook page, personal Facebook page, and you can check that out there. It was awesome. He did a great job. And even though his producer was not turning the pages very well for him. So he did awesome. It was fun. All right, you guys, thanks so much. Have a great rest of your Saturday, and let me know if you need anything.